Morning. It is, what time is it? It's 8:19. So if I had to guess, I think I ran for about 10 minutes today. I also completely forgot my sunglasses this trip, so all of that ice cold morning air was like going into my eyes. That's why I like wearing sunglasses when I run, because it just acts as a little windshield. I am very hot in this jacket. It's a funny thing, like I wake up in the morning and I start going outside to run, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's cold. Then I come back in and it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like it's 80 degrees right now. Woke up a little later today than I did yesterday. I don't know when I actually woke up the first time. I woke up before my alarm, but I ended up falling back to sleep without realizing it, and then I woke up at my alarm. I think it has something to do with the fact that I woke up at 6 a.m. yesterday and stayed up till like 1 o'clock in the morning working on getting my edit and upload ready. I don't know why it took so much longer, because I tried to start editing earlier in the day, but it may also have something to do with the fact that it is almost a 19-minute video. Officially, yesterday's video, by the way, officially the longest vlog I've ever made or uploaded. I guess I can't really upload a vlog if I didn't make one. But you get the idea. I'm gonna put all this stuff away, my scarf, my running hat, go get some coffee, and I need to get the video ready, like the timestamps, description, all that jazz. I have an awesome topic planned for today. I'm gonna talk about how to vlog with a camera that doesn't have a flip screen. So that's gonna be awesome, but first, breakfast. Woohoo! It works! It works! After all my hard work yesterday, I finally get to see my end screen in action. And it works! Look at that! Yesterday's adventure definitely paid off. Okay. Whew. It's actually been a couple of hours. Been busy today, didn't film much. So, how to vlog without a flip screen. This is my vlogging camera. It's an inexpensive Sony point-and-shoot that definitely doesn't have a flip screen. I've been using this thing since like 2016, and for the most part, it's a good camera. It's definitely good enough for vlogging. However, for a lot of people, not having a flip screen is kind of an issue, especially like you're used to your phone, you use the selfie camera, and that, you get used to that. So here's my 4 tips on how to not need a flip screen and get a good shot every time. Well, almost every time. Tip number 1, get to know your camera. What I recommend is turn your camera on. Don't record anything, just have it on so you can see the feed of the camera through the screen, and aim it around, wave your hand in front of it, get an idea of how much of the scene it's going to pick up. Get used to your field of view so that you know what your camera is going to pick up when you're filming with it. This is going to go a long way for helping you know what your scene looks like when you're filming yourself. My second tip is, if you don't have autofocus, is to set your focus manually with an inanimate object. So hold your camera up about where you would hold it. Try to gauge the distance between you and the camera. Then point it at something like your feet at about the same distance. Set your focus on your shoes, and then when you hold the camera up to do your vlog, you're going to be in focus. Tip number 3, imagine a laser beam going from your lens to the target, like a proper bright red line, like a Hollywood sci-fi movie. Like imagine a serious laser beam, and as you point your camera around or at yourself, you're going to imagine the laser beam. Wherever that laser beam is pointing is going to be in frame. I use this all the time. It's allowed me to get good framing, not just for filming myself, but for B-roll as well. A little bonus tip related to the laser technique is that when you're filming yourself doing something like making eggs or pancakes or filling up a glass of water, whatever, you're dividing your attention between filming and doing the thing, and you're probably not going to be able to look at the screen. So by using the laser beam technique is going to really allow you to, have good control of the camera and kind of visualize where you're aiming without looking at the screen. Tip number 4. If you're sitting down with the camera on a tripod or a stack of books, whatever you have handy, you can actually use a handheld mirror to kind of reflect your screen and quickly check your framing. I really think knowing how to not rely on a flip screen and use your camera without one is really good practice. The first one is you're guaranteed to be looking at the lens and not be distracted by the screen. That's especially true with phones, because if you're vlogging with the selfie camera, you have a giant screen to look at. And then the lens is this tiny little I just knocked over my water bottle, itty bitty microscopic little, you can't see it. And on top of that, even if you are looking at the lens and not the screen on whatever camera you have, any movement is automatically gonna, your brain's gonna go, ooh, movement, and you're gonna lock onto that screen, even if it's for a split second. That's gonna come through on your film and it's gonna be distracting. Another thing is camera options. How many cameras do you know of with a flip-up screen, or flip-out, whatever, with a flip screen? Probably lots of them. The ones I can think of are the Canon G7X or Sony's RX100. That's a point-and-shoot with a flip-up screen. The GoPro Hero 8 comes with a module that has a flip-up screen. Pause. My mistake. It doesn't come with the flip-out screen. You can get the flip-out screen for it as sort of an aftermarket piece that GoPro makes. If you're into DSLRs, you got the Canon 70D or 80D, and then there's Canon and Sony mirrorless cameras with flip-out screens. So if you're looking for a flip-out screen, there are a lot of options, but it's nothing compared to the huge amount of options of cameras that don't have a flip-out screen. By default, there's a whole world of options if you don't need the screen. I'll finish by saying it is really nice to have a flip screen. It's really handy. There are things I like about having a flip screen, like, for example, being able to just quickly check and not have to think about it much. There's also stuff like if I want to point to stuff in the background, like the window behind me. That's a really easy example because it's a huge thing, so I don't have to look, even though I just did. If I want to point to this Lightning McQueen poster over here, am I pointing to it? That's why I like having a screen. I can point to stuff in the background, even if I'm looking at the lens, like I'd be able to kind of... So I like having a screen for those reasons, but generally I prefer not to use it. I kind of enjoy the creative challenge of not having a screen and how am I going to make sure I'm in frame. But apart from that, I just think it's good practice to not need one. So if you have a camera that doesn't have a flip screen, then I hope this helped. And if you do have a camera with a flip screen, awesome, use it. So there we go. I've been vlogging for a while. I've been using this particular camera almost the whole time, and I've kind of learned creative ways to be good at using it. That tutorial went like way faster than I thought. The only thing I have left to do is the hand-drawn B-roll, which you've already seen, but I thought this was going to take like an hour at least, and it took, what, 15-20 minutes?